So in today's video, we're gonna rank the most hyped licensed killers from least to most evil. I've created 3 tiers, each tier increasing in amount of evil. The first tier is instinctively evil. These will be killers who kill and terrorize out of biological instinct, like a lion, tiger, or bear. I wouldn't consider them evil as much as simply acting on survival instinct. The second tier is vengefully evil. These killers act out of revenge or have some sort of traumatizing event that caused them to kill. And most importantly, had this event not occurred, they might not be killers at all. The third tier is pure evil, which are killers that kill for pleasure. They don't need to kill for survival, and they don't need to kill for revenge. They kill because it's fun. Before we jump into the video, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I also stream on Twitch on Wednesday and Sunday nights. The link for that is in the description below. The first killer on our instinctively evil tier is the Thing. The Thing is an extremely hostile, shape-shifting extraterrestrial organism, and the primary antagonist of the 1982 science fiction film The Thing. The Thing's shape-shifting nature means that its biology can be the same as the organism it is replicated, or is in the process of replicating. The Thing also has the ability to reconstitute itself following immense damage, and is invulnerable to most conventional forms of attack. I don't think the ability to assimilate other life forms in order to survive and spread makes it evil. The original physical characteristics of the Thing and its motivations are unknown, as it could have assimilated hundreds if not thousands of other species before it crashed on Earth. We do know the Thing's level of intelligence is a function of its size. The larger the Thing, the more intelligent it's likely to be. I wouldn't consider the Thing to be attacking or acting out of pure evil. More likely, the Thing's motivation is based on its natural instinct to survive, and therefore it's the lowest tier of instinctive evil. Next in the instinctively evil tier is the Alien. The Alien has a total of 265 kills throughout the 8 films in the franchise, averaging about 33 per film. We learn in Aliens that xenomorphs come from bee-like hives whose underlings exist primarily to impregnate new hosts, and frequently at the cost of their own lives protect their queen. It's difficult to know why the aliens kill. You're not supposed to know. It's an alien that is unlike anything humans have ever experienced. The less you know about the alien, the more horrifying it is. Xenomorphs have a mixture of animalistic and insectoid traits. Therefore, a lot of theories exist comparing the xenomorph to wasps that defend their hive or colony with their lives and by any means. Does this mean that the xenomorph is inherently evil? Probably not. A xenomorph is more likely acting out of instinct than evil intent. It probably attacks to eat, out of self-defense, or to protect the hive. The last killer on this first tier is Predator. Predators are extraterrestrial bipedal humanoid species, physically distinguishable from humans by their greater height, the long hair-like appendages on their heads, their reptilian skin, and their faces, which have no visible nose. Predators are characterized by their hunting of other dangerous species for sport and honor, including humans. So predator culture centers on this ritualistic hunting of other dangerous life forms, and this practice appears to be the foundation of their very society. Predators will travel huge distances, even across entire galaxies, in order to face opponents they consider a worthy challenge. They may also kidnap and transport prey across similar distances to bring such victims to a hunting ground of their choice. Although their diet isn't very clear, predators hunt for the joy of killing. It's baked into their natural instincts but not required to survive. Therefore, Predator is the most evil killer on the instinctively evil tier list because Predator kills for sport but out of instinct. The first killer on our next tier list is Candyman. Candyman is the evil ghost of an African-American man who was brutally lynched for a forbidden love affair in the 19th century. He'll haunt and kill anyone who calls the name of Candyman before a mirror 5 times in a row. He kills people with a hook for a hand, slashing their chest or back open, causing them to bleed to death. Despite his nature as a brutal killer and a vengeful spirit, Candyman has an especially tragic past compared to most horror icons, which has arguably made him more sympathetic, though he was nevertheless just as dangerous and deadly as any other slasher movie villains. Candyman is largely driven by a need to sustain his legacy, killing those who doubt his existence. He's been described as a ghoul fueled by the faith of his believers. And don't get me wrong, Candyman is very evil, but I wouldn't consider his motivations evil as much as vengeful, so he's in our middle tier because most people consider him vengefully evil. The next killer in the middle tier is Jason Voorhees. Jason has been misunderstood his whole life and isolated since the age of 11. He survived a drowning when he was 11 and became a hermit, living in the woods and feeding off the plants, bugs, and animals. He had no other guidance other than his mother's spirit. He grew to be a large, deformed, and uneducated man who never said a word. Throughout the movies, Jason manages about 16 kills for a film for a whopping 195 kills, more than Michael Myers, who had 128 kills. He can't be reasoned with despite many characters' efforts to make him reconsider in the films. Jason is easily one of the deadliest killers in horror history. If you haven't checked out our Jason Voorhees killer potential video, I'd highly recommend it. Jason has a relentless and unstoppable nature throughout the 12 films in the Friday the 13th franchise. He's driven to slaughter anyone he encounters by a burning need to avenge the death of his beloved mother, Pamela Voorhees. Had Jason's mother not been killed in the original Friday the 13th, it's unclear if Jason would kill as an adult, so his motivation for killing definitely seems revenge-based. The first killer in our highest tier is Slender Man. Slender Man is a paranormal being who lurks near forest and absorbs or kills his victims. In some accounts, he targets children. He looks like a long-limbed, lean man in a black suit, but he has no face. In some accounts, he has tentacles protruding from his back. It's uncertain if he's a social creature. Nobody knows if Slender Man understands human languages or behaviors, or even why humans appear to be his primary targets. It seems like he's capable of possessing his targets in some cases. Slender Man's mere appearance provokes fear. This is partially due to his towering height and overall unnerving appearance, and partially due to his behavior, which is almost completely alien. Humans also find it extremely hard to describe the Slender Man. A description in words can be given, but often lack the ability to fully describe the creature. It's believed that Slender Man is from a fourth dimensional plane, which would account for some of his apparent abilities. Now, Slender Man doesn't kill out of revenge and doesn't kill out of survival instinct. Therefore, it is most likely that Slender Man kills because he enjoys it, which placed him on our highest tier list. The next killer on this tier list is Chucky. Chucky is a cute, adorable doll. He talks to you and wants to be your friend. However, when a man named Charles Lee Ray is shot and mortally wounded by the police, he breaks into a toy store full of these adorable toys. And then, in a somewhat improbable turn of events, he manages to transfer his soul into one of these dolls. Which would be fine, except Charles Lee Ray was also known as the Lakeshore Strangler, and was a total whack-job nutcase of the worst kind. Hence the reason he was on the run from the police in the first place. Some people consider Chucky's motivations to be out of revenge, but if we look at the intentions of Charles Lee Ray, we find something different. Once he possessed the doll, he started killing so that he could regain a body and get back to feeling normal again. Nonetheless, Charles Lee Ray strangled and killed before he possessed the doll, which qualifies him for the highest tier of evil. Our next killer is Springtrap. Springtrap is a haunted animatronic from Five Nights at Freddy's. He's a bipedal rabbit who is a heavily damaged version of the Spring Bonnie suit, making his endoskeleton visible. William Afton is trapped inside the suit. In order to understand why William Afton kills, we must look at his life before he became Springtrap. William had 2 sons and a daughter. The older son accidentally killed the younger son via stuffing him into the mouth of Freddy Bear during a birthday party. Many think that this caused Afton's downfall into madness. He opened Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and went on a murderous rampage, abducting and killing 6 children. He wore the Spring Bonnie costume and lured the children into the back room. After stuffing their bodies into the animatronics at the pizzeria, their souls brought the animatronics to life. And after discovering this soul resurrection energy, William began killing as many people as possible. It's not entirely clear why Springtrap kills. Some think he's a psychopathic killer, so it seems likely that he kills just to kill. He enjoys murdering children and harvesting their souls, which qualifies Springtrap in our highest tier of evil. The last and most evil killer on this list is Pennywise. From Stephen King's original novel, Pennywise is an alien who arrived on Earth long ago. It is an ancient evil being that is perhaps billions of years old as the universe itself. Basically, the shape-shifting clown monster is just a projection of an extra-dimensional thing that lives underneath Derry. It feasts on the fear of others. It kills children because they are safer to kill than adults. Children are relatively powerless, and most people outside of friends and family soon forget about them. This is why it prefers to feast on children. Their fears are simple, pure, and powerful compared to the complex pathological fears of adults. This creature only lives to terrify and kill, which might be the most clear definition of evil I can think of. So these are my rankings for the most evil hyped killers in Dead by Daylight. Do you agree with my list? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.